The Ben Ish Chai brings that from the Mishnah Masechet Avot, Ashlosha Dvarim Ha'olam Omed. The few statements about what are the three pillars of the world. It's always three. I don't know. It's kind of unsettled three. I would say four, but why always three? Because there is a matter of maybe of required instability deliberately on that to balance things out also. So one of them, Shlosha Dvarim Ha'olam Omed, ala Torah, ala Avodah, ve'al Gemilut Chasadim. So the world is suspended or depends on those three pillars, which is Torah, Ta'ira, Avodah, which is, what's Avodah? Not Travacho, not going to work. But not going to work.
No.
Okay, so what? Korbanot?
Or Tefillah.
Or Tefillah, which is basically the same thing. Basically, it's the same thing. Tefillah, prayer, or Avodah, Korbanot. We don't have one. We substitute one or the other. So it's basically the same thing. Ve'al?
Gemilut Chasadim.
Gemilut Chasadim. What? Gemilut Chasadim is mitzvot.
Acts of
What's the matter? You had too much coffee to drink. Gemilut Chasadim is not mitzvot. Gemilut Chasadim is a mitzvah, but it does not refer to the mitzvot. There's a reason why they say Dafka Gemilut Chasadim. They could say Ve'avat Shalom ben Adam lechavero, ve'avta l'reacha kamocha. Why Dafka Gemilut Chasadim? Well, first of all, we need to see and we need to understand that the two major sins that happened to Am Yisrael, and the result of that also to humanity, was, of course, Adam HaRishon, and when he ate from the tree, and as a result of that, all the Hugo Boss and Dolce Gabbana and Givenchy made a career to themselves because now we need clothes. He ate from the apple. And there is Maaseh Egel. And you see that the Egel would correspond with Avodah. We worship false entity. The Gemilut Chasadim would be what Chava did to Adam. She kind of tricked him, and he was stupid enough to fall for it. So the fact that one harms the other. Also, it says, La'atid lavo, when Mashiach is going to come, the only thing that's going to save us from that, and it's a little mixed up. The only thing that would save us from Chevlo of Mashiach, people think Mashiach is going to come. It's basically drawn from Christian sources. When Jesus is going to be the second coming of Jesus. Everything is going to have like a duel, like a midday duel. Cary Grant, with the Cowboys, with him against the evil side, and the Matrix, and so on and so forth, and then everything is going to be okay. No, the Chevlo Shel Mashiach is a very difficult process. It's a process. And it's a process that brings about, and there's no specific time of how long Chevlo Shel Mashiach would be. It's like giving birth. Here, here's a doctor here, right? Doctor, how long does it take to give birth?
Depends on
how long is, first of all, a Chinese name, right? How long? It's a Chinese name. There's no such thing. Okay, birth should take from 20 minutes to 20. No, there's no such thing. It could take sometimes days. A woman could have contractions for days. It's the process. And by the way, when does the process of birth taking place? When does it start?
Amniotic fluid breaks.
Huh?
The amniotic fluid breaks.
No. It doesn't. Okay, embryonic fluid. Right? Okay, now we're going birth.
At the time of conception.
Exactly, at the time of conception. The process of of birth starts. It's exactly that with the time of conception, our process of death starts. And every day we get it. It's a process. It's a process. So you think that your life is what you came here for this world. No, it's not. Dying is where you came into this world. And nobody is prepared to die. Nobody wants to die. Why nobody wants to die? Because nobody wants to face the truth. Nobody wants to give an account. You see, most of the diseases, so-called, of today's society is unaccountability. We don't want to be accountable for what we did. We always blame somebody else, circumstances, and so on and so forth, on and on and on. And we also run away from the truth. We don't want to be around with ourselves. We always surround ourselves with many people, unless we're going to find one day, and we always do cheshbonot with somebody else. We'll make account. He did good to me, he did bad to me, he did good to me, he did bad, and so on and so forth. All our life we do cheshbon, we calculate, everything is calculated, besides cheshbon hanefesh. You count for yourself. So we're running away from emet. And no wonder we run away from Torah. Why? Because the Ben Ish Chai said something. It says, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על האמת, על הדין ועל השלום. On the emet, on the truth, on din, and on shalom, no peace. Shalom is harmony. I don't like the word shalom as peace. Shalom is not peace. Shalom is harmony. Peace means we are not fighting. Harmony means we're embracing each other. We're moving together like the yin and the yang. We are in harmony all the time. Ala emet, the emet is Torah. The Ben Ish Chai says, emet, the emet is the part of mitzvot aseh. The din is mitzvot lo ta'aseh. And he writes the shalom is what we call mitzvot derabanan. Is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us aseh and lo ta'aseh, and the harmony is that we added on our behalf. Because if we say that the mitzvot are vehicles for us to connect from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given us those tools. But how do we add on, how do we contribute to that connection from our side? If it's only from one side, if I gave you a phone in which I can call you all the time, but you cannot call me, how do we communicate exactly? Therefore, we added that chip that allowed us to communicate with HaKadosh Baruch Hu by adding mitzvot derabanan. And that's why, in a way, today, if you look at it, I would say maybe 90% of our daily routines as Torah observant people is mainly rabbinical. That's why we learn Torah Shebe'al Peh so much. Because we need to connect now with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because we caused that. So we need to enhance that connection on our behalf to seek His closeness now. He wanted us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted us. And He gave us an engagement ring. And that engagement ring was the Torah. However, we pawned that engagement ring and we bought sexy lingerie to attract other people who are not, or other entities who are not our beloved God. And that's exactly what the Navi says, the prophet says, Ki alachtem znunim acharei, you went like prostitutes. We prostituted ourselves. And we still do that. And mainly for money. And we run away from emet. And we run away from harmony with the shalom with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we stay with the din, and we have to give the account for that. We repeat in our times, time and time again, the two main capital sins, which is Adam HaRishon and the ego. We lie. We don't take responsibility. She gave it to me. I didn't eat it. She gave it to me. And then we say, we look at other things, and we says, Eleh Elokecha Israel. This is your God, Israel. Not God. This is your God. When Esav says to Yaakov, Velama li zeh, the Midrash tells us he pointed out to Shammai, Velama li zeh. Why do I need this? And he referred to God. He lifted his finger and said, why do I need God? Velama li zeh bechora. Why do I need this? That's striyot bechora. Who said bechora? The Torah says the bechor will get 50, will get twice the amount of the others. Why do I need Bechorah? Why dafka he referred to the Bechorah? He referred to this as the arbitrary law that says the Bechor, because he's first, he gets double. I don't need this Torah. I don't need this thing. I don't need it. He pointed out to Hashem. So Yaakov says, listen, you don't want it? I'll take it. It's not a problem. I'll take it. When he says, Ele Elokecha Israel, and they pointed, Ele, to the golden calf. Ele Elokecha, this is your God. It's the same finger that pointed over Esav. I don't want this, and this is your God. You want this, not this, this is your God. And we do it all the time. Here's something that I said to you today. Look how far we go. Look how low we went. If a child would want to become a doctor, a dentist, for crying out, what's a doctor? What's the difference between a doctor and a veterinarian? We are so impressed with doctorism. Why? Because we are self-indulged. It's all about saving me from dying. The doctor. What worth is this to your life if your life is worth nothing? There's no harmony. There's no God. There's no peace. There's no truth. There's no accountability in your life. What point is this to your life? If a kid wants to become a doctor, would his parents help him? Would they take loans to help him? But when a kid wants to become a Talmid Chacham, he wants to become a holy vessel, a Kli Kodesh, a holy vessel. The parent says, oh, how do you say it in Persian? Slowly.
Michael Rabbi Beshi.
I don't know, Chacham Bashi. Lech, tafsik babel tamua. Don't drive me crazy. Come on, what are you? They gotta work, trabajo. That's why we look the way we look. We can't even read Rashi straight. And everybody's a chief rabbi. What are we, Pocahontas? But you want to be a holy vessel? No, go to work. Get students, do this, go to work, make money. I want to become a holy vessel. I want to become the menorah in the Bet HaMikdash, in which would light the whole entire world. No, I've got to work. If I would give you the chance to donate gold to Bet HaMikdash, I said to her, listen, here's a kilo. You can donate to Bet HaMikdash, or you can buy yourself beling. It's not even a question. Why is this? Why is that? Because we live in a lie. It's a shekel. What's wrong with becoming a holy vessel? So your mama cannot say, oh, my son is a doctor, my son is a lawyer, my son is a I don't know what. Why is there no pride in the fact that a mother, a Jewish, a Yiddish mother would say, my son is a holy vessel, is a Kli Kodesh. Because of Ele Elokecha Israel. Yes, we say we believe in God. We don't. We believe in idol worshipping. And even those who learn Torah, how do we say it in a nice language? Kiss up to those who have money. Very few people look at themselves as, I'm a Kli Kodesh. I have tremendous schut. They say, yes, I'm a big Talmid Chacham. However, if I wanted, I could have become a big lawyer. It's not even a question. I'm a Kli Kodesh, and that's it. You don't look back. That's it. I'm a holy vessel. What does a person want more than that? What can a person ask for more? That his children will be holy vessels. Everybody argues, oh, I want this, I want that. You know, where are you going to get parnasa? When are you going to get parnasa? You do, like the Rambam says. Work, because that's all gufo. What do you need? You need a place to live? So live. Like we had this argument yesterday about going to vacation to Cancun, to Aruba. You know what Aruba? Aruba is in Hebrew a chimney. Yeah, you go out there in a chimney, you waste your money like you're throwing it in a chimney, it goes out of there. What, if a person has money, he cannot enjoy his money? No. What's enjoying your money? When you have this kind of an attitude, I have money, I need to enjoy, means that you don't see the bracha in your money. Why do you need to have this out of this world experience and having a separate beach in Aruba, Torah all the time, when there is Torah here and you don't learn? You want to pay lip service. Here, take the dollar bill and cover your eyes with it. This is your God. You don't believe in God. When you see the people living such, somebody told me yesterday, he says, it's funny, he went a few years ago, he says, after that I'm not going anymore. He said, I went to one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Pesach convention somewhere down south, without mentioning names. And he said, I was shocked from what was going on there. He says, my daughter was crying, my son was taking pictures. He says, I've never seen anything like this. Very religious women wearing bikinis with a shaitel on.
Boy.
What do you wear a bikini with a shaitel? Oh, I'm coming back, but you're going with a bikini. Ele Elokecha Yisrael.
Bikini.
Because we need to feel, I have money. No, if you have money, how much would it cost you to go for a family to go to Florida, Cancun, whatever, Men Moon? $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 if you're, big family. Make sure that your kids go to a first-class yeshiva. Don't send them to a mixed conservative school where they're going to teach you that Torah was not given from the sky. That the Kadosh Baruch Hu did not give the Torah. That it was written over, kind of like shenanigans like that. Send your kids to a first-class yeshiva where they're going to get a proper Torah education. Don't confuse your kids. And when you let your kids choose, say, listen, and they hear it, your children hear it all the time. I want a good secular education because it's very important to get a good secular education. And you compromise between Torah education to secular education. When it's time for you, and all of a sudden you look at your kid and you're saying, "Oh my goodness, my kid has has his hair sweep like this. It looks like John Travolta on steroids, and he's wearing pants that I don't know, it look like somebody painted on him, and he does not want to go to yeshiva." And you're freaking out, "Rabbi, what should I do? Why didn't they make him go to yeshiva like this?" I said, because very simple. It's very simple. Because you sent your kid to a yeshiva. The Torah was not first class. Your first choice was not to send him to a first class yeshiva. Where were they going to immerse him with Torah, with emunah, with proper hashkafa? And you did it. Because you let the kid choose this or this. And he chose that. It's very simple. And on that, that's what the Ben Ish Chai says. You're not striving for harmony with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. This is a very difficult Mishnah. You didn't look for peace. זה מדרבנן, לא צריך. Second day of Galuyot, מדרבנן. I'll find a way around it. Loopholes, rabbi's interpretation, this, that. What are you doing there? Tai Chi, what are you doing? Wing Chun over there with your hands. I find this way, I find that way. So I don't have harmony with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm not seeking. I don't, on the other hand, want to live the truth. Emet. Emet is Torah. And guess what will happen? You're left with the din. And now you're going to give an account for what you did. And you're going to give an account for what your children are doing. And why your children are not doing that. Look how wrong we are. This whole entire parasha is all about Tum'ah, Tahara, Tum'ah and ta'ara, purity, impurity, distinguishing, be'ema, person, and so on and so forth. We need to learn how to distinguish between the tameh and the tahor. Not that there's anything wrong with the tameh. The tameh is a tameh. But we need to distinguish. Goy Kadosh, umamlechet Kohanim, a holy nation, a holy nation. Not a nation that goes after golden calves. A holy nation. A kingdom of priests. A priest always have to do the avodah betahara. Ashlosha dvarim ha'olam omed. Ala Torah, ala avodah. Avodah. You're a Kohen. You need to be betahara. On the Torah. The Torah is the emet. The avodah is the din. Gemilut chasadim is the shalom, is the harmony. There's no difference between the Mishnayot. Echad. It's one. We are coming closer, counting the days to meet HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Again, on Shavuot, we're celebrating that. You should also count the days on which you one day going to meet HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And there's nothing you can do to stop that. And everybody will meet HaKadosh Baruch Hu. At least from this point on, try to live truthful ways. Truthful life. Live in harmony. Have a shalom with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Learn Torah Shebe'al Peh. Choose to become a holy vessel. There's not a problem with that. You don't have to feel apologetic that you want to become a Torah scholar. Be strong, develop a backbone, and to explain to the people that that's what I want to do. And be willing to pay the price. If that means that you would live in a one-studio apartment, instead of living in a 5-bedroom, 12 bathrooms, fine. It's not a problem. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be with you. And when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in you, and Adam Omer, Tzar li alay hamakom, this place is too small for me. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is there. Melo kol haaretz kevodo. You are dwelling inside of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when you live life of content and meaning, you don't need to live life of exuberant expenses and out of this world pleasures. You're not a junkie. You know, a father that sees his child for the first time, he holds the child in his hand. It's the best feeling in the world. And when you hold your baby and the baby falls asleep in your hand, you wish this moment would last forever. You don't need cocaine. You don't need pot. You don't need alcohol. You don't need women. You don't need anything. You are in harmony now. When you live a truthful life, when you recognize the bracha that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving you, you don't need a big house. You don't need crazy things. No drugs. Nothing. And that's why you need to find a mate that would share those values with you. Because if not, she's going to drag you down like Chava dragged Adam. Ve'adam la'amal yulad. A person was created to work. Which amal? Which work? It depends. Amal trabajo. Work like a slave. Eved avadim. A slave of slaves. And usually this attitude of slave or slaves drags around with it tum'ah, uncontrolled sexual behavior, uncontrolled need for lavish life. Eat and drink because tomorrow will die. Or you could be like Rachel, the wife of Rabbi Akiva, the daughter of Kalba Savua, the wealthiest man in Jerusalem, that chose Rabbi Akiva and chose Torah. She lived a life of poverty for 24 years. But she knew it wasn't a problem for her because she chose Torah. And therefore it was not a problem. And if it wasn't for this woman, and it's a time to give her the proper kavod that she deserves. A whole entire Torah that we have is from the 5 students of Rabbi Akiva. The whole Torah that we have today, Rabbi Meir and all, it's all because of Rabbi Akiva. And the whole Torah that we have of Rabbi Akiva is only because of his wife. How important it is to find a proper wife that will guide you and to elevate you to be the next Rabbi Akiva, not the next Adam Arishon. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.